Welcome to the Indian PokeTube, and this is the Ultra League Holiday Cup, and we are running some crazy spice with Roserade, double normal types, and that too featuring the safe switch Ursaring. Yes, you heard that right. In the first match, we pick up a lead against an Ampharos, which is absolutely fine. I'm going to throw 6, and I go for the extra here. This is just a brutal swing, I can easily tank it. And now I'm going to go for an overfarm, but he brings in the Charizard. I'm going to go straight for the Sludge Bomb. Does the opponent respect it? He does not, and I'm going to bring in the Ursaring and try to go for a counter down. Now he's at 7, so I'm going to shield and respect the blast burn. Let's see if he baits us. He does not, so that's a great shield. And I'm going to try to farm him down. Come on, Ursaring, farm him down. But he reaches another blast burn because this is 6 wing attacks. And now I have to double shield to keep switch. But at least I have a huge energy advantage. So at least that's looking fine. In comes a Charm Alolan Ninetales, and this is not looking great because Obstagoon does not have a lot of play against the Charm Alolan Ninetales. So I'm going to go for the back-to-back close combats. This should get a shield because the first one already did massive damage. Going to bring in my Roserade. Let's reach over the ball. Yes, we can. And Roserade with the clutch is able to reach the very clutch weather ball, which gets the last shield. And now it's all up to Obstagoon. And luckily, his Alolan Ninetales is super low now, so I think I can get this match. I think I can win this. In comes the Ampharos, and now I can go for the Night Slash and win the game. So this is a great team for the meta because there's so many ice types like the Auroras, the Walrein. Then there's also a lot of like Snorlax. There are so many mons that Obstagoon does so well against, and not many counter users to really threaten Obstagoon. So I'm using the Ursaring to bait out the counter users such as Obstagoon or such as Virizion, so that basically Obstagoon can sweep in the back. So that was a great game, the first match. Even though we did not have, we were up against a Charmer, we were still able to win. In the second match, we are up against Virizion, so it's very good to pick up the fighter on the lead. And this is staying in, so he may be core broken by Roserade. I'm going to count to 5 double kicks. Go for the weather ball, it will do a lot of damage, so it gives us a shield. He is already at 6 double kicks, it's 5 to a Stone Edge. I'm going to respect it, and it is the Stone Edge. So at this point, I can overfarm massively before throwing, but he goes straight for the Leaf Blade or the Sacred Sword, and I'm comfortable with that. He goes for the double-waisted Leaf Blade. I can farm him down. Again, he brings in a Shadow Charizard. They don't know that we are running Sludge Bomb. Does he respect it? Boom! He does not. Does massive damage to the Shadow Charizard, and since this is Shadow and the Sludge Bomb did so much damage, I can easily shield the blast burn and just like counter down this big Charizard all the way. So the aim of this team, it's an ABB team, and Ursaring just draws out the fighter, it draws out the Charmer so that Obstagoon can sweep. In comes an Obstagoon. I'm going to go for 4 counters, go for the close combat. He gives us a shield. Was he counting correctly? He was not. And this is going to be a CMP tie. Let's go. Boom! One shots the Obstagoon, and this match is absolutely over because this big Virizion cannot do anything. Obstagoon was just chilling in the back. I just took him out with my Ursaring, and this was a great game. And I'm on a pretty good streak with this team. I think this went quite positive overall. I'm at around 2450 ELO right now, so I can highly recommend this team, and it's so much fun. This is a Nightmare lead Guillotine. I'm going to save switch instantly to my Ursaring. Let's draw out the counter, and just like I said, the counter user does come out, and I have to shield this because I have to flip switch, so I don't have a choice. I was hoping I could counter him down, but as you'll see, I cannot. So maybe I would recommend going for Shadow Ursaring because I think Shadow Ursaring could have farmed him down. I don't have a good IV one, so I'm just going to use this one. And I'm going to shield twice. I'm going to go down a shield, but I'm going to keep switch because I don't want that grid on my Roserade, and I can align my Obstagoon on it. So this is looking fine. He chooses to bring in the Spider Boy, and I can just go for a big play rough because this will do a lot of damage to the spider. Let's see what he chooses to do. He's going to shield it, so I'm going to bring in my Roserade here, tank the lunge, like I don't really have a choice. And then if he switches out, I'm going to switch into my Obstagoon, but I'm going to load up a Weather Ball. So I almost load up to a Weather Ball, catch the Dragon Claw here. Excuse me. And this is a pretty comfortable matchup for Obstagoon here. Because he's running the Shadow Claw, so we are not worried at all. If it was Dragon Breath, that would be bad. So I can just tank all these Dragon Claws and I can keep going for Night Slashes. The only thing I need to be worried about in this is that he can try to make a catch on his spider. That's the only way he can win. So I just have to be very careful that he's not able to do that. And I need to use my Roserade to take out the spider. And as long as I can react fast enough, I think I got this game in the bag. So I'm going to go for this Night Slash, and now the switch clock is coming up. I'm expecting him to switch out to a spider. I get the boost, but I do have to switch switch out, go for the weather ball. This is going to take out the spider, and this match is over because I do have a loaded night slash on my guy. The Obstagoon and the big dragon boy can't really overfarm too much because I would have reached the sludge bomb and that would have KO'd him altogether. So just one more counter. I even reach a weather ball. Like, there was no point in throwing this, honestly. He's already in night slash range, but I'm just going to do it for fun because why not? And this is going to be a great game. I would have even survived a dragon claw. So quite a comfortable match, but this came down to Ursaring flipping switch advantage because if he had alignment, he would have easily won the game with his Giratina against my little Rose boy. And now I have a couple of bonus battles which were recorded in the middle of the match. So in this match, this is absolutely hilarious. I was running the Obstruct Obstagoon. This is in the middle of the match. We both have 2 shields and I do have alignment. He's going to almost take out my Roserade at this point. I'm going to go for a weather ball and I have massive loaded energy on my Obstagoon. And as you see, I'm going to go for Obstructs. He has 2 shields. The poor Charizard has to start shielding Obstructs at this point. This is going to keep like buffing my defense and lowering the opponent's defense. He does not want to shield Obstruct. This is just a Dragon Claw. I was keeping count. So I'm going to let this go. And as you can see, opponent is so frustrated. He's just going to quit the game. There was easy 2 shield flex right there. And I'm going to play one more game in this second set. These are bonus battles when I was running the Obstruct Obstagoon. And you'll see how amazing, how much fun it is. Like, honestly, I wouldn't recommend Obstruct, but it's a lot of fun. This match, in the final match, the bonus battle, we're going to pick up a lead against the Spider Boy, the Galvantula. This is a pretty good matchup. I'm going to go straight for the weather ball on 5 poison jabs because if I threw 6, I would have lost CMP. I would have taken the lunge and that would have lowered my attack. That's why I go straight for the weather ball and instead of going for the extra poison jab. And I'm going to stay and go for the weather ball, but he tries to make a catch. Good try by the opponent. This is a fat jelly and I can just bring an Obstagoon because Obstagoon is a hard counter to the Jellicent. The Jellicents do not run Ice Beam in the UL. They always run like Bubble Beam. So what I'm going to do in this matchup is that after throwing a couple of night slashes, I'm just going to load up a lot of energy because I am expecting him to switch out and catch at some point because there's no point in him. Look at the matchup here. He's gone for 2 bubble beams and he's not even taken like 20% of my health. This is a super dominating matchup because the Hex is triple resisted. Bubble beam is a really bad move. So I'm not even going to throw the move. I'm just going to keep farming. In comes the Spider Boy. I'm going to go for a weather ball. I react fast enough to switch out. This is going to take out the guy. And let's see what he chooses to bring in. Whatever he brings in will probably get hit by the weather ball. And he's going to bring in Mandibus. And now I'm just going to have some fun with this opponent because, you know, once I start obstructing with the Obstagoon, the opponent can't even touch me. So after I go for 2 obstructs, believe me, the aerial ace does like 10% damage. I've seen this happen before. It does absolutely no damage. So I'm just going to frustrate him here. Like, the match is over. I can easily 2 shield flex, but I'm just doing it just to frustrate him because I want to show him how less the aerial ace does when after I get 2 obstruct boosts. So just frustrating the opponent here, just having some fun. But as you'll see that the opponent, he's had enough. He's like, no, I don't want any of this smoke. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match, just like Home/Henry says. I hope you had fun watching this video. See you in the next one.